Good evening and welcome to beautiful downtown Norwalk, Connecticut for the very end of the Final Botdown. Chris?
We're going to jump right into it. I think we already have Cage 1 ready to go.
Cage 1, I can see we've loaded in Cthulhu facing off against Xupa-Cabra here. Now this is a bracket fight. Both Cthulhu and Xupa-Cabra are alive in the bracket, and they are hoping to qualify. Now, the winner of this fight will advance to the semifinals. And what they really need to do here, whoever wins, is going to have to win 3 matches in a row to take home the golden dumpster. Now, Xupa-Cabra, if they win, they're going to qualify for November, so we have yet another Brazilian with an invitation to the finals. If Cthulhu wins, then Minor Threat 5 and Luke Grell will qualify for November. Now, Minor Threat 5 was knocked out of the bracket earlier in the evening. However, through the bracket math, Minor Threat 5 will qualify if Cthulhu manages to win. So really big stakes here in this fight. Now, Cthulhu is run by the Coakley brothers from Ohio. This is one of the most dominant horizontals in this weight class. And Xupa-Cabra, a robot that we've never seen before but has run a ton down in Brazil. This is a punishing egg beater spinner and looks a lot like Black Dragon on BattleBots.
Now our bots are loaded into their corners. They're doing a quick check on our house bot to see how its battery is doing because it's had a long day. It's had to pull a lot of weight.
I get it. You know, you get a little tired by the end of the day, Chris.
We could all use our batteries charged a little bit.
Now we're pushing it back into the corner. I wonder if that battery on the house bot is going to be a factor in this fight. The worst is when you're calling for an unstick and here comes Fluffy at ½ mile an hour, Chris. It's not quite as zippy at the end of the night as it is at the start of the night.
I mean, in Cage 1 and Cage 4, our house bots are hundreds of pounds.
Yeah, something like 600 or 700 pounds, Chris.
I think it's about 300 pounds.
I heard it was like 900 or 10 or
1,000?
1,000 pounds.
It was 1,000 pounds. If I ever,
11.
It was 1,000 pounds. If it.
13,000 pounds, Chris.
That plus 1, Luke.
Yeah. There you go. One of the reasons why they're so heavy is because they've got fire extinguishers in them. I've seen them before.
Yeah, and as we learned earlier today, an espresso machine.
Yeah. Worried a little bit about the iron filings falling into my espresso cup, though, Chris.
You've never gotten iron filings in your Starbucks before?
I got to pay extra for that.
I feel like it's 1 in 4.
Just the glare of the glass here makes it look like Fluffy is a little embarrassed, Chris.
Yeah.
Just a little like, oh.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Fight, robots, fight.
All right, a good start. You can hear that sound. That bandsaw is Xupa-Cabra. Now that is the red and black robot here from Brazil facing off against Cthulhu, which has this very cool light bar on the back. Big hit there.
Cthulhu a little reserved when it's going to fire up that bar.
Cthulhu's tipped up against the rail, and it is going to need it's going to need an unstick from the house bot.
Who
possibly.
might be asleep.
And look at this, landing on top of Xupa-Cabra.
And now there's very little mobility at both of these bots.
Is that technically a pin?
Yeah, I guess so.
I feel like it's just sitting on top of its opponent. Okay, here comes Fluffy to separate. Wow. They are fighting cage side here.
There's a... Oh, I see. The rabbit ear on Xupa was up through the center of the chassis of Cthulhu, and they were kind of ensnared together. You couldn't see it from the other angle, though.
Cthulhu's weapon spun right back up, and it went into a reverse pin. Pretty good there. They've burned up a considerable amount of time here in this fight. There's only 1 minute and 35 seconds left. What I want to see here are very aggressive weapons. I'm not seeing that here, Chris. It is the mysterious and unknowable ways of combat robotics as a sport. Didn't seem like it was that big of a hit, and all of the weapons are dead. 1 minute 15 left here in this fight. Now, if we've got 75 seconds left of no weapons at all, we're going to have to see pins and good driving here. There's another good pin. Xupa-Cabra pinning Cthulhu. Now, as we zoom in, you can see the wheels spinning on Xupa-Cabra. Oh, I guess now it was the mini-bot that pinned Xupa-Cabra. It was like a double pin there, Chris.
Yeah, I'd say how much pin.
And now there's crab walking from Cthulhu. What is going on in this box? This box is cursed, Chris. 30 seconds left in this fight. You wouldn't know it, but this is an incredibly high-stakes fight. Xupa-Cabra eager to stamp its ticket to the finals. Cthulhu really hoping to work out its issues and win another golden dumpster, or its first golden dumpster, I should say. 10 seconds left here in this fight. This one will go to the judges, and I don't envy their burden, Chris.
They've had two very difficult decisions close together. One explosive.
Yeah. If you want to see the last difficult decision, go back to the earlier YouTube video and scroll all the way to like 11 hours and 50 minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
And when you see everyone in the building losing their minds for about 10 straight minutes, then you'll find it.
Yeah. Now this Brazilian team here, Team Warrior, you know, they have built a Black Dragon-inspired 12-pounder, and they are hoping to get an invitation here, but they need to win this judge's decision. Now, if they fail to win this match, it will be Luke Grell and Minor Threat 5, a robot that's already been eliminated in the bracket, but it has an incredibly high seeding. So just through the way that the bracket math works, his high seeding guarantees him a spot in the finals. Now, one of the interesting things that I saw from Cthulhu was, you know, these paddle wheels again. The Coakleys ran paddle wheels in the last competition, and they were struggling to get good traction inside of the box. I was convinced that they were going to come back with cleats or something else, you know, kind of STF or, not STF, because that's a walker, like Darkstar, kind of like inspired cleats, kind of mixtape inspired cleats. But they're continuing to run the paddle wheels. Very interesting choice. We're going to have to see if those paddle wheels stick around, you know, for the finals. Both Cthulhu and Superscope have already qualified, so, you know, we're definitely going to see them in November. And, yeah, I wonder if these are new wheels that the Coakleys are championing, essentially.
And we do have a judge's decision in that match.
Do we?
Yes. Your winner is Xupa-Cabra.
Whoa, okay. The Brazilians advance.
With a unanimous judge's decision.
Wow, okay. Now the Brazilians advance to the semifinals. And on the other side of the box, you're going to see Superscope, the other Coakley brother, facing off against HoneyShock, and Xupa-Cabra is waiting for the winner of that match. There's 5-6 more fights here in the 12s, and we're getting very close to the end of the bracket in both the 3s and the 30s. All right, let's check in with Lindsay upstairs in the pits with a super chat. Hello, Lindsay. Oh, Lindsay, we can't hear you.
Oh,
Oh, there we go.
There I am.
Hello, Lindsay.
Man, I feel like I am alerted of the judge's decision before everybody else because I will hear the Brazilians cheering randomly. And it's because they find out through the bracket, and then I get to find out through them. So that's pretty cool. However, I have a couple super chats that I do want to share with you. The first one here is from Daniel. Pancada Nellis, go Team Warrior. Pancada, unfortunately, no longer in, but a lot of the Brazilian teams still are, so way to go. The next one that we have here is from B's Cheese. Donate this to Kevin from IDK. I am so happy. So many people in the chat also so happy for Kevin. Very exciting for him to qualify. And then the last one here is from BLDJLN. Love NHRL. Thanks for the stream. Super excited to come back with Cronus and Helios, and fingers crossed, get one of those coveted golden dumpsters. So very cool. Definitely excited for not just November, but 2024 is just around the corner, which means a whole bunch of new bots. Hopefully, if you're watching at home, hey, that could be you. You could be one of these people here competing. So many of the big names from this year we hadn't even heard of last year. That's how quickly the sport grows and how quickly people go from being a rookie to a household name. So yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, we see you here next year. January is our new bot event, so what better way to get involved?
Thank you, Lindsay. Yeah, absolutely. I hope to see a lot of new faces in January. Now we're going to go over to Cage 2. This is a very big bracket fight. Now this is Corey Nason and Synthesis in the pink corner, facing off against Booty Brigade in the blue corner. Wow, it has been 12 hours and finally my words have failed me. Now Booty Brigade is the Droopy/Lynx team up here. This is our most dominant loophole style robot, which is a great, like a great exploitation, I would say, a close reading of the rules. Now we allow multi-bots, so you can run 2 robots instead of 1. And we also give a special weight bonus for multi-bots and a special weight bonus for unconventional locomotion. So somebody very clever about 6 weeks ago realized that what they could do is run a 3.1 pound robot and then a 2.9 pound robot, just as long as they had unconventional locomotion on one of those robots. And now 5 people came back here in November running 2 beetle weights essentially on one side of the box. Now, these 2 beetles are incredible. Now, these are the beetles that have won all of the golden Bretts from the last 3 years. Drooper won the first one. Lynx won the next 2. And we can see here Lynx and Droopy teaming up. This is like, I don't know, like the
it's like an ultimate tag team
like,
wrestlers, like
Team USA basketball team, like
right.
The best of the best here in the blue corner.
Versus like your local high school's JV basketball
Is that what
team.
Corey Nason is?
Well, when you look at something like
Corey
2
Nason,
champion
just
bots,
a junior varsity bot builder? No. Okay? Chris, for shame. Corey is one of our best builders here in the building.
I was trying to paint a contrast, Luke.
I know you're trying to raise the stakes here, but Synthesis is no slouch. It can hold its own.
That's not what you said a few hours ago.
Listen, that was a private conversation, Chris, all right? Now, I cannot wait to see if Corey can do the impossible here, kill the unkillable robot, and kill the most aggressive combat robot here in the field. Team Shredded team member did it earlier, killing Lynx in the bracket. Let's see if Corey can be the second Team Shredded team member to really put the final nail in the coffin here for Calvin Eba.
It's a very interesting look from the blue corner angle.
Yeah.
If you get that shot again.
Yeah, there's butts in the blue corner. Oh no, yeah, maybe from the little GoPro, There we go. There's a butt.
5, 4, 3,
wow. Okay.
2, 1.
Fight, robots, fight.
Here we go. Good start for Synthesis. Taking it straight to Lynx first. This is what you have to do. You got to kill Lynx.
Oh!
if it's at all possible, Corey is going to try staying on top of his opponent. This big old Bert eating into Lynx.
Now, Synthesis did such an awesome job of cutting through Chubby Unicorn in the last round. And if he could just bring that momentum, going head-to-head right now with Lynx.
Now they are going weapon to weapon, and here comes Droopy. Corey Nason not afraid of Droopy at all, popping that robot in the air and just staying on top of both of these robots. This is a driving match for the ages. 2 minutes and 15, roofing Lynx. Absolutely incredible. Lynx is sweating here.
Oh, a shot to the booty.
Corey is showing off his drive pedigree, and that is the first exchange that Lynx has won. Corey resetting himself, sending Lynx back into the lights. A minute 45 here in this fight, and Corey is pursuing.
Oh, wow. Synthesis going berserk.
This is a street fight, 2-on-1, eating into the back of Lynx. That booty is impaired. Is Lynx dead?
Wow!
Corey shredding Droopy. This is incredible. A minute 15 here in this fight, and Corey has pushed Droopy into the corner. Incredible! Corey Nason. Wow! Sending Droopy into the lights. Wow.
Lynx is immobile.
50 seconds left here. Corey is
Droopy.
intent on winning this by knockouts. Wow! Popping Droopy in the air one more time. Synthesis, the people's champion. 30 seconds left. Incredible. Wow. With 20 seconds left, anyone else would hang back, but Corey is intent on destroying Droopy. It's almost personal, Chris. Wow! The battery is coming out on Droopy. Let's go, Corey! Wow, the crowd is going nuts. Chris is going nuts. I am going nuts. Corey, let's go! Incredible. Calvin Eba coming over here to congratulate. That was a total and utter trouncing. This is the year of Synthesis. Now, Synthesis has already qualified. It qualified earlier in the year, and you can see why. Corey Nason has built an absolutely brutal, brutal robot. He's wearing an appropriate shirt, Chris. It says Roofing Ninja.
I have no words. I have no words.
I may have blown out my voice for that fight, but it was 100% worth it. Incredible. I have not seen that kind of domination against Lynx. I have not seen that kind of domination against Droopy. And Corey did it, defeating two very good top-tier robots. Amazing. Let's take a look at this replay and see how he did it. Now, Chris, I'm going to admit, I didn't have a ton of faith in Corey's chances at the start of this match, but I was proven wrong. Incredible. Wow. It is hard to defeat Lynx. It is hard to defeat Droopy. It is virtually impossible to defeat them both in the same match. And Synthesis looks great. Like,
it does.
Just pull it out, charge up those batteries. Corey's done amazingly well with this robot. Now, I've talked about Corey before. You know, he's built something like 15 robots, and he's finding a lot of success with his latest robots, this synthesis design. He runs synthesis in the Beetles, and he also runs a 30-pound version of synthesis. And you're watching the culmination of many years of very hard work on the part of Corey Nason. Amazing.
See Tommy hold up the remnants of Droopy, and it is... I have never seen Droopy look like that before.
Wow. Amazing. Amazing. This was one of those electrifying moments where it really counts to be in the stands.
This
you can
place
tell it,
was
like,
going nuts.
the energy in the stands is incredible. People really felt the stakes here in this fight, and there was just an incredible electrifying response from the crowd. Amazing.
People were like in the bleachers jumping up and down. I lost control of my arms. They were
5,
flailing.
4, 3, 2,
Oh
1.
my goodness.
Fight, robots, fight.
All right, we're going to go over to Cage 4. This is Superscope facing off against HoneyShock. Now, Superscope is the other half of the Coakley Brothers horizontal army. And Superscope, whoa, just embedded itself deep into the rail.
Oh no.
Whoa. All right, it's burning up that one save very early from the house spot.
HoneyShock did manage to land one hit before the house spot came into the rescue.
We're seeing that developing as a house spot strategy at NHRL. While your opponent is waiting for the unstick, you kind of go in there and score a free shot. It is an aggressive move, I would say. But really, you know, you've got to take every advantage that you can when you're this deep in the bracket, because you're talking about potentially going home with a golden dumpster. You see fewer gracious moments, kind of fewer free unsticks at this stage in the bracket. And Superscope spinning up its weapon fully. That is a weapon that can spin at over 250 miles an hour. And HoneyShock here, crab walking.
Oh!
Big hit on the back of HoneyShock.
Yeah, right on what looked like the back corner of the chassis, right on the wheel. Oh! Superscope is in the wall again.
God, Chris, Superscope's done it again. If HoneyShock can move out of its radius, it may be winning.
HoneyShock is also locked up in the corner, Luke.
Wow.
But they get one on its stick. I don't know though. Are they moving? Are those wheels turning?
Wow.
Knockout.
Now this was a knockout, and I don't know who was knocked out. Okay, it looks like HoneyShock is pretty upset.
Oh no.
That's not a celebratory move there, Chris. HoneyShock may have been killed here. Although on my little screen here, it shows that HoneyShock is the winner. I'm going to figure this out here.
It's interesting. You had a bot that had already gotten an unstick.
All right, we're going to go upstairs and check in with Kyle in the pits. Hello, Kyle.
Hello, I am standing here with Corey Nason of Synthesis. Corey, that was incredible. You destroyed Booty Brigade. You destroyed Loophole earlier in the day. You are the Loophole killer with your bot Synthesis. How are you feeling right now?
My emotions are just through the roof right now. I'm slowly coming down, but it just feels so unreal that my robot is able to withstand against 2 3-pounders, especially Booty Brigade being Lynx, a champion, Droopy, the weakness to Lynx.
What happened to your bot? Did any damage happen to this bot at all?
The fork is loose.
Oh, the fork is loose. Oh, now let's go ahead and move the camera over here real quick. Let's see what you did, Corey. Look at this.
Wow.
This is just graphic. I mean, the booty cheek is off of them even. Corey, What do you have to say about this?
I'm so sorry. I'll get you a Band-Aid.
Phenomenal job by Corey Nason. This is truly the event of Synthesis. So many cheers when you walked up into the pits. How did it feel to walk up here and hear just all of your friends, all of your colleagues screaming for you?
The entire year of finesse, getting this robot to where it is, it finally is paying off, and it just the warmest feeling that my hard work is finally showing and people are seeing it.
Corey, all I can say to you is congratulations. Relish this moment. You have done an incredible thing here today. And hey, you still got some fights coming up. You better get ready. Tighten that fork.
Just got to tighten the fork and charge the batteries. I'm good to go. Give me 20 minutes.
This man is incredible. Thank you guys so much. Back to you guys upstairs.
Incredible. Corey Nason just drinking this moment. Corey has advanced to the finals. He has just one match left for the day. Hello, Ricky.
Hi, Luke.
Ricky, we're going to go over to Cage 1 here. Now, we are very, very deep in the bracket. Cage 1 is Timber Viper facing off against Buzz-Kill. Now, Timber Viper is built by Claw Viper captain Kevin Milcheski, and Buzz-Kill is from Team Honeycracked.
Yeah, I am very happy to see this matchup come. Buzz-Kill has grown so much so fast. They are really bringing it today, and Timber Viper is a absolute force in general, but especially today. So these are two robots on a meteoric rise, intersecting. Only one can move on. Very excited to see how it plays out.
5,
yeah, now both of these competitors have already
3,
qualified for
2,
November. They are really just fighting
Fight,
here for a golden
robots,
dumpster
fight.
in hopes of advancing toward the golden dumpster. Now we can see this undercutter on Buzz-Kill in black and yellow, and Timber Viper here in black with green wheels. You can see that really interesting lifter design that is very Claw Viper-esque.
Yeah, he is being smart here, keeping that out of the way of that weapon on Buzz-Kill. Buzz-Kill's weapon really biting in these exchanges. Those are big hits. Normally you see a front wedge like Timber Viper's, and you know, an undercutter like Buzz-Kill is just not going to hit. But wow, that's a lot of sparks flying.
Yeah, I was talking to Kevin Milcheski before this competition. He was saying that he is very proud of his many defensive configurations. I just heard a big cheer from the crowd. Is Buzz-Kill stopped here?
It is certainly stopped. I don't know if it is done for. It doesn't appear to be hooked on.
And here comes Kevin Milcheski trying to turn off the house spot.
Oh, Buzz-Kill is alive, though. And it did it!
Oh, my God! Kevin turned off the house spot!
That is
Ricky!
fantastic!
Wow!
Fantastic! Is that still $1,000?
It's still $1,000 cash. He's just won cash here on the spot. Amazing!
I love to see it, Luke. That is fantastic.
90 seconds left here in this fight. Let's see if he can win the fight as well. That would be very thrilling.
I mean, he's won the fight in my heart. And I say that as a dedicated Buzz-Kill fan.
Now, the winner of this fight will advance to the semifinals here in the 12s. Both of these robots have already qualified, so some of the pressure is being taken off. But it is very cool to see the house spot get turned off. You almost never see that here at NHRL.
It is not an easy thing to do.
It's tough. It's tough. The last time that I saw it, it was another. it was Ramplan, you know, from Team Mammoth here. Oh no, sorry, Team Huge.
I was gonna say other different big robot moves.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, and
good little self right there. He doesn't need the house spot. It would be ironic if Kevin got stuck and he really desperately needed the house spot, but he had turned it off earlier.
That would be pretty fantastic. But knowing Kevin and knowing that lifter, he's going to keep that in his back pocket, just ready to go.
15 seconds left here in this fight.
Buzz-Kill being very cautious with his weapon use right now, keeping that running low and slow.
Suffocating drive from Kevin Milcheski. I think that this could be a win for Timber Viper.
It is very close. That
Wow.
is the end of the match. This is going to go to the judges.
We are going to send this to the judges with the dead house spot. Somebody get Saz back there with all of the cash. It's time to pay up Kevin Milcheski.
That is amazing. You know, that is only the third time one of these robots has ever been turned off. One of these house bots has ever been turned off.
It's thrilling.
Yeah, we've had them disabled before. But
It's a special little mini game that you can play if you're a builder here.
Yeah.
If you turn off the house spot, you get $1,000 in cash. It used to be that you would get $1,000 cash and you would win the match automatically.
Right.
But we stopped doing that because the first person to do that was losing so badly that the outrage was palpable from
Right.
the fans.
it was off the charts.
But yeah, $1,000. Here we
it
go.
is.
Wow!
Surgical.
The wild thing was, okay, I'm not kidding. I went to bar trivia with Kevin Milcheski on Thursday night, and he was telling me at bar trivia, I really want to turn off the house spot. And he was saying, I think I might like make a little hand or something that is just designed to turn off the house spot. He did it with those little forks. He didn't need
he
anything
raised
special.
the roof and he lowered the switch.
Wow, that's very cool.
Yeah, I'd be thrilled. I'd be thrilled by $1,000, but you know, the extra bonus of that little accomplishment, doubly fantastic.
Yeah, it pays for your trip out. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, everything, you know, it's
He
a
can
free
fly
ride
first
now.
class back. He can upgrade his seat.
Yeah, he can buy a separate seat for his robot.
Yeah, well, he deserved it. It did a lot of the work in
It
that
did,
fight.
yeah. I mean, I think, you know,
Now,
it's pulling the weight in that relationship.
We're waiting for the judges' decision there. Now, the winner of that fight is going to go on to fight the winner of Touro Jr. Against Minor Threat 5.
Yes.
I misspoke earlier when I said that Minor Threat 5 had been eliminated. Minor Threat 5 is still alive in the bracket, and we're about to see that fight here shortly. But first, we're going to go to Cage 2. These are two incredibly hard-hitting beetles. Monkfish facing off against WarHard.
Watching Monkfish today, this is, I've been so, I love this design. I really don't know how else to put it. I have, however, not gotten to see its competitor hardly at all today.
Yeah, I have not called a WarHard fight. This will be my first time calling a fight for either of these robots. I do love the design on Monkfish. This is a robot that just doesn't die, and it has advanced very, very late here in the bracket. Monkfish and WarHard, they just have 2 fights left. Whoever advances here will go on to face Corey Nason and Synthesis.
5,
Right around the corner.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Fight.
And away we go. Monkfish has that walking mechanism so dialed in. Ooh, big hits here.
Wow,
that is
big
a
hit there,
lot.
sending WarHard across the box.
That is so much
There
energy
is
in
so
these
much
robots.
power in Monkfish's undercutter.
Now, Monkfish has a very effective strategy in just smothering WarHard. WarHard, on the other hand, has to do a lot to get around to the sides of Monkfish to attack those mobility pods. Wow! These hits are immense, Luke.
Now, Ricky, do my eyes deceive me, or is Monkfish yet another loophole-style robot? Now, its mini-bot doesn't look that miniature, Ricky.
No, I don't know if it's technically a loophole-style robot, but it is, yeah, I think it is close enough that they can run a modified mini-bot that was once a 3-pound full robot.
And Monkfish is absolutely smothering WarHard.
Yeah.
And pursuing here, WarHard really is on the back foot here with 90 seconds left in this fight. Monkfish getting around to the side, Monkfish getting around to the back, Monkfish pushing WarHard up against the rail.
That's a good hit on Monkfish for WarHard.
WarHard on its head. Woo, just knocked into the house spot. Incredible. Remy de Guzman has done great with Monkfish. I can hear chants of Monkfish, Monkfish, Monkfish in the audience.
Yeah, people are incredibly excited to see this, and I can see why. This is just a delight to watch. The destruction, the bits and bobs flying about. I haven't got to sit down and watch an entire Monkfish fight the whole way through, and look at this, Luke. Look, WarHard's front plow is bent so fiercely under that robot. Mobility is starting to be impaired.
Now, Ricky, earlier I misspoke. This is not Remy de Guzman. This is Rachel de Guzman. Remy is running the mini-bot here while his wife is running this absolutely dominant stomping undercutter of Monkfish. Big hit there. Rachel has done great with this. As they enter the last 5 seconds of this match, the de Guzmans are celebrating.
And for good reason. That was an absolutely dominant performance.
Now, WarHard captain Jonathan Juarez here. I think that he can see the writing on the wall. You can see Rachel de Guzman there in the Monkfish shirt.
Yeah, there is a lot of sportsmanship there, but I think that is pretty clearly a Monkfish win today.
Wow,
we're going to wait for confirmation.
Performance there from Monkfish.
While we wait, we're going to head upstairs. We've got Kyle with another interview in the pits. Kyle, how are you doing?
I am doing very well. I am standing by with Enrique, who is with, well, you got Xupa-Cabra and Quail, right?
Yes, I have. Actually, I kept off all the robots, but that don't worry about it.
That doesn't matter, but he's on Team Warrior. You're with Brazil. Your country is sweeping this competition today. How does it feel to do so well, to have you guys, to have RioBots, to have AGVS doing so well at this competition, representing your country so well?
Yeah, it's great because, well, we have to show our strength. We have to show what we can do. So it was great to we say, okay, let's see one day that we can all go, and let's go and let's win now. Let's see what we can do, right? We have to show to the other people. Like, the robots here are amazing. It's another level. And because of that, we are so happy because we could classify 2 robots there.
Yep.
So we're so happy because of this because, oh my God, they are very cool. They are different robots. In Brazil, we don't have this. Like, they are, in Brazil, are vertical spinner, horizontal spinner. Here we have sound, we have everything. We have, oh my God.
Okay, so question, and this is a yes or no. Is Brazil going home with a golden dumpster today?
You have to wait to see.
Thank you very much. We really appreciate you.
Thank you.
Good luck the rest of the competition.
Thank you so much.
All right, guys, back to you.
Thanks, Kyle. Boy, that was a downright ominous response there.
Yeah.
It wasn't you gotta wait and see. It was a you're gonna have to wait and see.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Makes me a little nervous. Excited, but nervous.
Now here in Cage 4, I can see Touro Jr. facing off against Minor Threat 5. Now both bots are going to qualify for November, no matter what happens here in this fight. Touro Jr., another Brazilian robot from Team RioBot, still alive in the competition. Now, very quickly, an update on our last fight. The unanimous judges' decision came through for Monkfish. Well done, Rachel de Guzman and Remy. But that was a trouncing.
Yeah.
That was pretty thorough, I would say. And Monkfish and Synthesis just both looking bulletproof for the final.
I am so impressed with that robot, and I think what I like most about it is not just that it can take hits, but it does so dramatically and still recovers so well. The geometry is such that it is able to just kind of immediately get back on its literal feet and bring the attacks over and over again without getting too out of sorts.
2, 1.
Fight.
And here we go.
Fight.
Now, Touro Jr. coming out of the pink square. This is Junior Souza here from Team RioBots facing off against Luke Grell for Minor Threat 5. These are BattleBots builders on both sides of the box. Luke competes on BattleBots with Jackpot. Touro, of course. Junior is on Team Riobots and Minotaur.
Yeah, these are two powerhouses of design and driving in the arena at one time.
Now, Minor Threat 5 just spent a whole lot of time tumbling in the air.
Now, the winner of this, of course, is going to go on to fight Timber Viper. Either of these robots is going to have a tough time moving on.
Wow, Touro Jr. is really staying planted to the floor, kicking Minor Threat around this box. These are two pretty evenly matched competitors. Touro Jr. entered this competition with an all-time ranking of 11. Minor Threat 5 with a ranking of 24.
Which, I mean, that sounds like a big difference, but you got to remember, this is out of many, many robots. They are both in the top 50. That is saying a lot.
Now, Touro Jr. also has a Golden Dumpster under its belt. It won a Golden Dumpster in July of 2022 here at this competition. And they have more wins than losses now at this point. Touro, of course, fights all over the world. It fights in Brazil, it fights in North America, and it fights in competitions everywhere. This is a very long-running, super dominant robot for a reason. If you're a fan of Minotaur, you are a fan of Touro Jr. A minute left here in this fight. Now that super aggressive, dominant driving style that we saw earlier this year from Minor Threat 5 is just not here.
No, they are doing their best, but it is, I don't know if it's functionality or if it's conservatism or what, but they are keeping it toned back considerably from what we've seen in the past.
Yeah, it looks like Minor Threat 5 is just trying to pivot to stay squared up with its opponent.
Oh my
What
goodness,
is that? Touro Jr.
Look at that spot. Oh, Minor Threat doing, I think, oh, look, now is its time to jump in. It has destabilized its opponent.
I think it's too little too late here, Ricky, as we enter the last 10 seconds. This one will go to the judges.
Yeah,
but Minor Threat 5 has spent a lot of time somersaulting around in the box while Touro Jr. has been pursuing. That is the end of the match. Wow. Now, Junior there can be very happy with his performance. Now, both of these robots have already qualified for the November finals, but just one of them will be advancing and one step closer to the Golden Dumpster.
So, just to reiterate, we saw earlier a absolutely wonderful thing, something that sparks incredible joy in me, and that is
like, how rare is it? Like, is there a real life analogy? Is it like a double rainbow? Or
I think it's more. I've seen double rainbows in my life.
Well, you've seen the house spot get turned off before, Ricky.
Yeah, but I think I have seen the house spot less often turned off than I have seen double rainbows.
There you go. Okay.
But yes, basically here, what you're seeing is that robot is sneaking up on our house bot, unsuspecting house bot, using its lifter arm to do its very best and succeed in turning off the big red switch that is on the back of that robot.
Oh, it's thrilling.
Just for the joy of it, we find this so amusing and so interesting that we put a bounty on this situation.
It's a little mini game.
$1,000 bounty if you can do this. And of course, Kevin, the driver in that match, is going to walk home $1,000 richer.
Now
Kyle
let's check in here with Kyle. I think that he might have that cash upstairs.
Oh, a little something.
All right, guys, how are you? Yes, indeed, I am upstairs. Kevin is desperately trying to put his robots together, but let's go surprise him right now with his $1,000 prize. Excuse me, Kevin Milcheski, you are the third man. And by that, I mean you are literally the third man to ever turn off one of our house spots at this event. And you now are the proud owner of $1,000. Congratulations, that is real cash. That is just for you.
That is amazing. You know, when I first came to NHRL, that was one of my goals, to shut off Brett. You know, came with a lifter, like, what, how can you win a match? You shut off the house robot and keep him from knocking the other guy off the wall. Set a goal, came out, did it, got the money.
Nicely done, Kevin. Congratulations. You just told me earlier your bots have been getting kicked in, but you're still winning. How do you feel about your chances the rest of the day?
It's going to be rough, right? Every robot here is outstanding. There have been no easy fights all day. Every robot can knock out every other robot, and we're just having a lucky streak and keep putting the robot back together and keep not dying.
This guy with one of the best drivetrains and best driving in the competition is claiming he's having a lucky streak. I'll see that. I'll believe that when I see it. Great job today, Kevin. Can't wait to see the rest of your fights. And congratulations on being the third man ever to turn off one of our house robots.
Do I get more if I do it again?
Oh, yeah. There's no limit. There's no limit. You can turn them all off. Go.
I'll see you in half an hour.
All right. Calling his shot. Thank you, guys.
And that is a threat. I believe it.
Now, we just heard word from Control. The winner of that last fight was Touro Jr., which will advance the Brazilians staying alive in the 12-pound bracket. Touro Jr. will be facing Kevin Milcheski and Timber Viper in about half an hour.
Yeah, as he said, that's his opportunity. Let's head up to Lindsay. I think Lindsay has a little bit of internet gossip for us.
Oh, good.
What do you got?
I got a little tea. No, it's not that. It's not that juicy. But I did run a poll to ask how many people thought that Brazil was going to go home with a golden dumpster today. And 94% of people said yes. Now, caveat to that, I did write the question in Portuguese.
Oh, good.
So maybe the only ones who could understand what I was saying were the people already from Brazil. But
Sure.
you know what? That's just like a minor detail. 94% of people think that Brazil is going home with a golden dumpster, and I am not going to disagree with them. I'm going to say that on record, I believe it too.
Now, they are really well positioned to take home a golden dumpster in the 12s. Still alive is Touro Jr. and Xupa-Cabra in the 30s. Still alive, Touro Feather, Sombra 30, and Jubileu. That is a lot of robots.
Especially this far into the competition, that is a stacked field.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think the odds are
We're
in
going to
their
have to
favor
see
here.
something catastrophic, just a series of consecutive losses if we're not going to see a Brazilian hoisting the giant,
the
golden dumpster over their head, you know?
If I was a betting man,
yeah,
that's exactly where I would be right now. I would a Brazilian hand holding up that dumpster.
Right. Yeah, exactly. It is thrilling, you know, like the Brazilians don't come here that often. It's a kind of a pain to get all the way here.
Yeah,
from
it's
Brazil.
definitely a special treat for them. This is them journeying across the planet to come to, Robot Disneyland.
There are lots of Brazilians that have come up to Connecticut. Not a lot of Connecticuters who have gone down to Brazil. That is kind of like our next. That's our next frontier. Ricky, I'm going to say it could be like a little buddy trip. You know, we go down there, we go see the Iron Cup. What do you think?
I think a buddy comedy.
Yeah.
We could have a little
drive our
spin-off
little
kind of
K-trucks down there.
Now you're talking my language.
We'll start like 2 months before the competition.
Yeah, at a max speed of 43 miles per hour. We will get there eventually.
Now, loading into the box, I believe that this is Sombra 30 facing off against Jubileu. Now, this is Brazilians on both sides of the box. Now, Sombra 30 here is the egg beater, this really interesting tri-bar egg beater. And Jubileu is the just basic horizontal there, just our little mini tombstone with the red bar. I can see if they've locked up the cage. Getting this fight all set up. Now, in the early parts of a fight, but before the lights go green, you can see the drivers here practicing their drive, just making sure that everything looks right.
Just a little, inspection.
Okay, now we can see that Sombra 30 is pretty happy with its drive. It's made its way over to the pink square. Jubileu. Dead, Ricky.
Yeah,
Jubileu, not moving.
No signs of life.
Oh, here we go. Whoa, okay. Interesting.
Listen, it's just sleepy.
All right, now we're both of these robots are into their starting squares. Little Brazil on Brazil action here. Jubileu and Sombra 30.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Fight, robots, fight.
Do a good start here. Oh, big hit from Sombra 30 on Jubileu. Big hit. Jubileu getting airtime.
Jubileu missing a belt now. That is a hobbled robot.
Good eye there, Ricky. The weapon on Jubileu is down. Sombra 30, though, continues to run just great. Killing that weapon in the first 20 seconds of this match.
Wow, immense hits we are seeing here.
Wow, Sombra 30 is shredding here.
Yeah,
that is a
Sombra
tap out.
30 is taking home that. Someone
It's a
needs to
tap
tell
out.
them.
It's a tap out. The match is over. It's a tap out. Wow. Sombra 30 here is victorious. They are going to be advancing to the finals.
That is incredible. That is such dominance so quickly in the match.
Sombra 30 has just one fight left for the evening. And Sombra 30 is going to face the winner of Touro Feather and Red Storm. Let's take a look at this replay.
Yeah, this what I find so incredible here, Luke, is that Sombra 30 didn't do anything special. They just came full force, directly weapon to weapon, and came out just decisively, dominatingly on top.
Yeah, sniping that belt very early in the fight. You can see the driver there of Sombra 30 very happy with his performance.
Yeah, and I cannot state, especially just from here, feeling the impact from those hits. That is an immense amount of energy coming together, and it just seals how overwhelming that must feel to have a win like that, or to be on the receiving end of a loss like that. It's one thing to get the gut punch of like, oh, I'm knocked out. It's another thing to feel the gut punch of those hits as you're receiving them. It's stunning.
Now, in the 30-pound weight class, on one half of the box, we have a Brazilian team with Sombra 30. And we're going to see if we can get an all-Brazilian final. Now, if Touro Feather can advance to the finals, that's exactly what we're going to be seeing.
Yep.
But either way, Sombra 30 is going home with something. It's either going to be $1,000 in a golden dumpster or $400 and a nice firm handshake from Austin McCord.
And either way, they will be invited
to the finals.
To our finals.
Yeah.
Speaking of talking about who's qualified and that sort of thing, let's talk about who's qualified.
All right, let's see this list. Now, this is who has qualified. Booty Brigade, IDKWT, FID, Monkfish, and WarHard. Now, these are the robots that absolutely tore through the field here today. Booty Brigade, brand new robot, a loophole-style robot, and going all the way, here and getting an invitation. Monkfish, also a loophole-style robot. Very interesting. While IDK and WarHard, pretty conventional, just single robots. They're dinosaurs, Ricky, from the past.
Well, wave of the future.
There you go.
I got nothing. But no, I
want to see 6 pounds in the box, Ricky.
Yeah, that every single time. No, I will say, as much as we are seeing the loophole approach take off and pay dividends, we also have proof today that it is not unstoppable. This is something that...
all it takes is just a super dominant robot and a builder who's been building for 2 years, and 15 iterations later.
I like to
just
think
a
of this
BattleBots builder.
Maybe like the third or fourth movie in a superhero franchise.
Yeah.
Where, some supervillain comes along and seems unstoppable, and it only takes Superman coming back from the dead and being turbocharged by being like dipped in the sun for 1,000 years to come back and eventually just barely squeak by and beat them.
Yeah.
That's a little bit of what we're seeing.
There you go.
Which means it's totally possible.
Ricky, I told myself at the start of today, I'm not going to be outraged by anything. Okay?
You just keep burying those feelings.
Yeah, just stuffing them really further and further down.
Deeper is better.
Loophole
and,
is fine.
I
This
want
is great.
all of that rage out at the finals.
I think that the rules, you know, are fine. Everything is fine.
Everything is good. Yeah.
Everything's good.
Can someone take Luke, just as he sits here,
Yeah.
looking like this with a little bit of a smile,
There you go.
going, everything is fine, and you can just Photoshop all the fire from earlier
Everything is
behind
fine.
him.
Everything is great.
Yeah.
You know? Now, Loophole, totally valid, you know, totally valid response to the rules, you know? It's fine. Everything's great.
Right. And you, tell me about some of those robots that you love so much.
I love cam lifters.
Cam lifters.
You know what I want to see? I want to see a walker cam lifter.
Walker cam lifter.
That weighs 3.1 pounds, and I want to see a little
over and
wheels.
over and over again.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect. I'm glad we're on the same page, Luke.
Yeah, cam lifter Loophole. That's perfect. All right, we're going to go over here to Touro Feather facing off against Red Storm. Now, we saw Kevin Milcheski, and let's see if he can win another $1,000 returning off Flo. Now, I don't think that Touro Feather is going to give him a great opportunity to do so because this is a very aggressive robot.
Listen, if I was Touro Feather, I'd just be like, listen, for $500 split, I'll give you 30 seconds.
Yeah, there you go.
That would be...
Let's work together. Let's kind of... let's lure Flo out into the center
yeah,
of the,
I will
the box.
pretend to be dead.
Yeah, right, exactly. I'll be the little door stop. I'm gonna stop Flo, and you can go up and win us another $1,000. That's perfect. It is a viable strategy to make money here. You know, like it's a nice little side hustle. If you had just a robotic arm that could just, you know, like
what
digits that
what
should
if
turn
you
off.
had a loophole style setup just for switching on and off Flo?
It's perfect.
With a cam lifter.
Yeah, cam lifter. Yeah, perfect.
Like one of them just cam lifts and the other one just flips switches.
Just turns. Yeah, exactly.
And then there's like a little half-pound mini bot that's spinning in circles, distracting your opponent.
3, 2.
I'm glad we're brainstorming today, Luke. This is the kind of stuff I keeps me coming back.
Wow, good box rush there from Kevin Milcheski and Red Storm.
Oh, that is bad.
But that weapon is gone on Red Storm.
Oh,
the arm is gone. This has now become a wedge.
And yes, you can hear Touro Feather has turned down their weapon. That is incredibly smart. As long as Touro Feather can not destroy itself, it will be very hard for Red Storm to take home a win. It's still possible.
Now, Red Storm is behind on the points, but what Kevin needs to show is control. And perhaps maybe a little bit of luck. Maybe you can get Touro Feather up against the rail.
I mean, so far, he is definitely showing control and what aggression he can show without a weapon. Great pin here.
Good pin.
Touro Feather is a wonderful hat, but it's not exactly a feather in their cap.
Now, I am wondering why I'm not hearing that weapon really going full speed.
It's got to be strategic. I mean, it's possible it's broken already, but why would you risk breaking your weapon when really you will automatically win your points decision on damage? Not overall, but you will win the damage section of the points as long as that weapon spins up at the end of the match.
Because you lose aggression if you're not attacking with your primary weapon, Ricky.
Yeah, but neither is Red Storm.
Okay, well, Red Storm's showing great control.
Oh yeah, no, it is something you want to do with care, but they are showing completely dominant control. You have a valid point there.
Now, as the seconds click down, I think that I'm becoming increasingly convinced that Touro Feather's weapon is dead.
You could be right. It is possible, in which case this is handedly in the hands of Red Storm.
Yeah, because he split the damage. Both of the weapons went down. Red Storm showing great control. Touro Feather unable to show control. Oh, wow, look at that.
Beautiful pin-ish kind of thing.
It looks like it's tipped up on top of the rail. Red Storm just showing incredible drive quality here. Kevin Milcheski.
I mean, Kevin is a fantastic driver regardless. But to be able to pull this off without any active weapon whatsoever, this
30
is pin after
seconds
pin
left.
after pin.
One of the big things that Kevin was telling me before this competition was that he's working on the cleated wheels here to get better traction in the box. And he is seeing that traction here in this fight. Great pushing. I think that it may be a win for Red Storm here. Incredible.
Absolutely. This will be going to the judges, but this is fantastic drive. This is probably the best driving we have seen, certainly this event, maybe in the last couple of events.
Yeah.
And everything's on the line for Kevin. It has to be great. And boy, is he delivering. And here you go. It is to a judge's decision, but Luke, I don't think there is any question who's going home with the win there.
Now, if Red Storm is able to advance, they will face Sombra 30 for the Golden Dumpster. There's just been an incredible acceleration, I would say, in Kevin Milcheski's performance here at NHRL this year. He came as a fan, then he came as a builder, and he is starting to build wheels and configurations specifically for NHRL. He's been bitten by the NHRL bug.
He certainly has been. We'll do a great replay here. You can see that first big hit. It just completely decapitated Red Storm, but it did not make a lick of difference. Red Storm was able to completely dominate the match, pushing its opponent into wall after wall after wall. A half dozen pins. The weapon at some point went down, or at the very least, he didn't have a chance to spin it up. The only word I can think of here is dominant. That is absolutely decisive in my mind.
Typically, you know, like you see that kind of dominant drive style from the Brazilians. It's really cool to see it from a mild-mannered Amazon employee from Seattle.
But, you know, people surprise you.
Yeah. Kevin Milcheski, originally from upstate New York, and now lives in Seattle, and he's really big in the combat robotics scene in the Northeast.
I mean, I think
the Northwest.
Yeah.
The Northwest.
Seattle, I think, is the upstate New York of the West Coast.
Yeah, I would say that's probably accurate.
I want it to be accurate.
It's green. It's beautiful.
Yeah. It's kind of damp sometimes. No, I don't know anything about it.
It's damp.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
Yeah. One of the big things about Seattle is that you can see water everywhere.
Everywhere, all the time. Even
Every
when you don't
single
want
person
to.
has a water view. Okay, you could have the worst apartment
because
in
it's
Seattle.
raining every day?
No, they're surrounded by water. Okay, you know that city's going to be underwater in like 60 years from now.
Well, I had no idea. Now I know. We are going to. Yes, I am told we have a unanimous decision.
Because of climate change. Right?
Yeah, no, they will be underwater. Only the top of the skyscrapers will survive. Unanimous decision for Red Storm. Huge storms rolling through.
Wow. Kevin Milcheski surviving here in the bracket, advancing to the finals, and seeing if they can slay one more Brazilian there in the finals. Let's go up to the pits and check in with Kyle. Hello, Kyle.
Hey, how's it going? So I am down here cage side with Kevin Milcheski, who is now moving on to the finals. Kevin, you've already won $1,000 today. How do you feel your chances are going home with another $1,000 and a golden dumpster?
This robot's been through heck today. The lifter's hanging on by a thread, but we're going to put it back together, put it back in there, and sometimes you don't need a weapon to win.
Sometimes you don't need a weapon to win. You do need a weapon to turn off the house spot, though. Is that going to be in the cards for the final? Could we see the first ever $2,000 final?
We're trying. It'll be on there, and we get them stuck. House spot's got to come over and help them. I'm going to shut them off.
I absolutely love that. Kevin, you've got a lot of work to do. I'm going to let you get to it. Congratulations for what an amazing performance this has been so far today. Get your bot upstairs, get that weapon put back on with duct tape if you have to, and we'll see you in the final.
There's not enough duct tape in the world, but we're going to try.
All right. Thank you so much. Back to you guys.
Hey, thanks, Kyle. We're going to take a look now at the 30-pound qualifiers, who's qualified so far. Who we're going to see in the finals in November.
All right, now qualifying for the November finals from the 30s are Jubileu, Red Storm, Sombra 30, and Touro Feather. Now, of those four names, 3 of them are Brazilian robots. Now, these are all robots that were hoping to qualify, and they've done it, which is a really, really big deal. This was an incredibly stacked field. We hit our registration cap for 30-pounders, and they ran through the entire competition. And they are very close to potentially winning a golden dumpster on top of these invitations.
Absolutely I don't know. I'm excited. It's nice every time when you get a new crop of recruits for the final, but I think we've really, I don't know, fleshed out the 30-pound bracket, especially this time around. Like, these are interesting robots that are making their way through and you know, relatively new designs overall.
12s and 30s are a really thrilling weight class just in general, and before NHRL there were just not a lot of places where you could fight 12s and 30s. There was Moto once a year, there were a couple of other competitions, and when we first opened up 165 Water Street, we saw a lot of early Moto competitors come through. And we are now seeing lots of purpose-built 30-pounders, people who are building something specifically for NHRL.
It's the majority of builders now in the 30-pound weight class.
There's been an incredible glow-up in those weight classes. When you see a 12 or a 30 fight now, you're not seeing a fun kind of funny robot. You are seeing a robot that is dialed in and could easily be scaled up and become a dominant design in a heavier weight class.
Yeah, and just to underline that a little bit more, the robots that you see just coming in middle of the pack right now in the 12 and 30-pound weight classes would sweep the floor with anything that was around even 5 years ago. It's not even close. And sure, we have some top-tier robots that are hanging on from the old days and have been upgraded, or some of them are just fantastic to start with. But those are the exceptions to the rule, right? It's the best of the best from the old days are just keeping up now with what people are bringing to the table.
Now, speaking of 12s, we're going to check out who's qualified here in the 12-pound division for the finals. Now, of the 12-pounders, we have HoneyShock, Minor Threat 5, Touro Jr., and Xupa-Cabra. Of these four, two of them are Brazilian robots, and Touro Jr. and Xupa-Cabra. HoneyShock getting an invitation, another invitation for Team Honeycracked from Maryland. Now that has got to warm your heart as a Marylander.
It does, it does. I think we're going to go back and, you know, crack open some Natty Bows and put some Old Bay on our French fries and celebrate.
That's good.
Yeah.
You know, we talked about this earlier, but really, Honeycracked, the team, it's very large. There's lots of robots up there, but they haven't had as much success as other teams. That is changing this year because they now have a test box where they can run 12s and 30-pounders. And that is something very unique. There are not a lot of people who can say that.
No, it's hard enough to have common access to 30-pound fights, let alone your own personal test box. I will say there is another factor at play here that we may be undersold. Team Honeycracked is immense, and they are primarily an educational group. You know, they are teaching new people to try new things and experimenting along the way, bringing up a lot of new young builders. This event, it's a lot of the most experienced folks from Honeycracked have shown up with the most promising robots, dialed it in, really upped their focus. So it's both a combination of that extensive testing and the fact that these guys are and girls are focused, dedicated, and really able to bring their A game.
Yeah, I really love the Honeycracked team, and they are doing so much for STEM education in Maryland. You can see that in their build quality, and I just feel like every time that we hold a competition, I see more Team Honeycracked. I see something new from Team Honeycracked. And really what we're seeing is an improvement a pretty drastic improvement in quality, which is great. Now, we've been talking about this fight, and now it's about to happen. We've got HoneyShock here in the pink corner facing off against Xupa-Cabra there in blue. You can see Team Honeycracked there wearing their yellow shirts, and confusingly,
5,
Team
4,
Warrior also
3,
wearing yellow.
2,
Is there
1.
Fight, robots, fight.
Away we go.
Good sound here in this box.
Well, that is interesting. HoneyShock running that weapon at relatively low tilt.
And we're waiting for that first big hit. Oh, there we go. Xupa-Cabra popping HoneyShock onto its head.
HoneyShock desperately trying to self-right. Woo!
Another big hit there. Now Xupa-Cabra is successfully getting under HoneyShock and eating away at that top plate.
Doing its absolute best. Wow, big hit there. It is self-righted, but it is not moving, Luke. That is a damaged-looking robot.
HoneyShock looks like the power is out. They are calling for an unstick. Here comes the house bot.
Oh my, is Flo gonna, yes, Flo is gonna push that robot into its opponent. HoneyShock, unfortunately, not moving whatsoever. I think this is the end. We will be seeing a count out soon.
Yeah, a minute 50. There's way too much time left on this clock.
They are not
that is
nearly
a tap
saved by
out.
the
The
bell.
Brazilians are advancing with Xupa-Cabra. The Brazilians are advancing Xupa-Cabra to the finals, and they will await their opponents, either Timber Viper or Touro Jr. Let's take a quick look at this replay. Now, HoneyShock was really in control for the first part of this match. I thought they were doing great. And then Xupa-Cabra popped them on their head and started eating away at the top of their robot. And one big hit was what it took to turn off the power on HoneyShock. Now, Ricky, when you see just kind of a total power failure in a robot, what does that typically tell you has happened?
I mean, there's really one of two things that happen. You have a major wiring failure, something that has become unplugged, something that has become cut, pinched, what have you. That's probably 3/4 of the time that happens. The remaining, 20–25% of the time, you've got such a big impact that something major has happened to an electrical component. Sometimes it's because of a physical thing, little parts break off of circuit boards, or sometimes that's a big electrical shock that gets fed back through the system when you have a big impact and a motor suddenly stops when it's not supposed to. But it's a major, fries your radio controller, fries your motor controller, that sort of thing. So those are the real two big blanket terms. Most of the time, though, it's just simply a wire that is not a wire anymore.
Yeah. Let's check in here with Kyle, who's standing cage side with the winner of that last match.
Absolutely, yes I am. Enrique, congratulations, fantastic job. You are moving on in the competition. Are you ready for your next fight?
Yes, we are ready for the next fight, and I'm so happy. Being here and doing this, so it's my passion. So I want to just thank you all, thank you for everyone that is cheering for us, everyone that is supporting us, every support. Thank you, Worth Electronic. Thank you for everyone. You only see 10 people there, but it's a work of more than 40 people, and if you count the families and other people to make this happen, it's amazing. So thank you.
Thank you. We cannot wait to see you come back in December or in November, but hey, let's not count our chickens. You might win a golden dumpster today. How do you feel about your chances? You feeling good, especially with Xupa-Cabra?
I don't like to jinx, so let's wait. I just will focus on my robot. I will try to make him right, and I'll come back later. So if we win, let's say okay, and if we are not, that's okay as well. The important thing is that we are going back in November. So thank you.
Amen. Thank you so much. Good luck in the finals. All right, guys, back to you.
All right, we're going to go over to cage 2. Now, this is our second to our last Beetle fight of the night, and this is for 3rd and 4th place. We see Booty Brigade on one side of the box, and on the other side is WarHard. Now, these are BattleBots competitors on both sides of the cage. WarHard run by EZ Captain Jonathan Juarez, and Booty Brigade run by Tommy Wong and Calvin Iba, who have both competed on BattleBots teams. Calvin Iba is the driver of Mad Catter.
You can see they are just about ready to go. Luke, I got a question for you. Oh, we're going to jump to the 12-pound semi first. Just while I have a minute, do you have a favorite cage?
Oh. Cage 2.
I was leaning that way. I don't have a really good reason. It just feels right.
Yeah. Now, here in Cage 1, very interesting, we have Timber Viper versus Touro Jr. Now, if you feel like, I just saw that fight, it's because in the 30s, it was the same two robots, essentially, Red Storm and Touro Feather. Let's see if Kevin Milcheski can kill Touro once again with now his 12-pounder.
We will find out.
Robots fight.
Now, these are
Touro
both
Jr.
robots that have already qualified for the finals, and they're just hoping to win a golden dumpster here.
Touro Jr. not moving all that well right off the bat. I don't know if it's the floor situation. Also, they took a little while to spin up.
Ricky, they heard you, and now they're spinning up the weapon fully.
That's what I'm here for. Just a gentle suggestion. Oh, that is a big hit on Timber Viper.
Good self right there from Timber Viper. And another. And a third.
Yeah.
Let's go, Kevin.
Oh, and then an excellent little push. This is extremely difficult, Luke. That floor is in such bad shape. Using those forks is very difficult.
Kevin Milcheski finding lots of seams here in this plywood floor. It is a risk this late in the competition to be running something very sharp.
Yeah, I think finding seams in this floor is a little like finding holes in a screen door. Wow, there we go. That is a lot of control still being shown by Timber Viper despite the floor issues, but so far I think I'd have to hand the damage to Touro Jr.
Kevin Milcheski pushing Touro Jr. back into its starting square, trying to execute a lift. Let's see a good lift here, Kevin. Wow. Yeah, this absolutely wrecked floor was preventing that pin there from Timber Viper. But it sounds very quiet in the box, and I think that Timber Viper may have killed a second weapon on Touro. There's the lift! Yes!
Beautiful, beautiful.
Wow, with 50 seconds left here in this fight. Kevin Milcheski and Timber Viper, they're doing great. Controlling this fight, landing pins, picking up his opponent once again.
Delightful, Luke, delightful.
Now, Touro, both variants might be killed by both variants from Kevin Milcheski. Kevin could be advancing to the finals in both the 12s and the 30s. 20 seconds left here in this fight.
That weapon is down on Touro Jr.
Oh yeah, it's been down for a while,
No, but
Ricky.
I mean, it is down.
Wow, 10 seconds left. Kevin's going again!
Oh,
Let's
he's
go,
trying.
Kevin!
Let's do it. 5 seconds. Chase him down.
Kevin, you can do it!
Oh!
Wow, Fluffy firing a warning shot in the final seconds of this
Fluffy
match.
fighting
This one's
back.
going to go to the judges, but I think our winner is Kevin Milcheski, advancing to a second finals of the evening.
I can't believe that big, bad, lifting robot from Kevin Milcheski would pick on a helpless, defenseless 350-pound brick.
Yeah, almost seems unfair.
It's so cruel.
Now, Ricky, keep me honest. Kyle, keep me honest. Has there ever been somebody who's advanced to the finals in 2 weight classes?
Yes. Jameson Go has done that before.
Like he advanced like what? Like a Silent Spring and a Psycho or something
yeah,
like
I believe
that?
so. I can't remember exactly which one, but I believe it was Silent Spring and Psycho in the same
Maybe
the same event.
Megatron? Maybe like a Silent Spring and
it
a
might have
Megatron?
happened. He might have gone for the turkey.
Oh.
Yeah, it might. We might have had a.
No, that's never happened.
I don't know.
He doesn't run 3 robots at the same time.
You're right. He did. He did it once, and he complained about it the whole time.
All right, NHRL super fans, go in there and, or maybe Gil, if you can hear me.
Gil already knows. His
See
little
if
brain
someone
computer
has gone to the finals in 2 different weight classes. It is rare, and I know that it's happening here with Kevin. So that is pretty incredible. Wow.
Oh, baby. House bot or not, that was an incredibly impressive display of driving skill from Kevin. There's so many fights today where I'm sitting here and I want to commentate, and I'm just like...
Yeah, as a fan. Now, we just got a result from that last fight. A unanimous judges' decision for Timber Viper.
No surprise.
Kevin
but that-
Milcheski killing 2 Touro robots in a row. Amazing.
Bravo. I mean, incredible performance.
All right, now we're going to go over to Cage 2. We've got Booty Brigade facing off against WarHard. Now, the winner of this match is going to take home 3rd place, and the loser is going to take home 4th place. Not bad at all for fighting through 160 robots today. Now, Booty Brigade, of course, is our Droopy/Lynx loophole team up here. And yes, you are seeing 2 3-pound robots going up against a single 3-pound robot. Now, let's take a look here at the tail of the tape. Booty Brigade, captained by Tommy Wong, the builder of Droopy from Gardena, California, with an incredible 6-1 record here, and introduced in September, so this is our first time seeing this team. Facing off against Jonathan Juarez from Houston, Texas, with a record of 7-0, and making his NHRL debut in September 2021. And WarHard, an incredibly hard-hitting robot.
5,
It's kind of
4,
Lynx-inspired, I would
3,
say.
2, 1.
Fight, robots, fight.
Wow, big exchange there. Egg beater on egg beater action, sending Lynx into the air. This is for 3rd place and for 4th place. Both of these robots have already qualified for the finals. This is just for bragging rights.
WarHard is doing incredibly well right now. It is tossing Lynx around. It is winning exchanges with Droopy.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I saw a puff of smoke from Lynx.
Leave it alone. It's dead, WarHard.
Wow,
Lynx is out of
dying
this match.
2 matches in a row here. WarHard just intent on killing the dead body of Lynx. And here comes Droopy.
Is just completely spastically going nuts right now.
Wow, a little bit of life left here in Lynx.
Yeah, I did not expect Lynx to come back from that. Bravo. WarHard back on the Lynx train right now.
It looks like Lynx can only drive backwards. It might be stuck here up against the rail.
Yeah, its left-hand side is not working at all. I think we are, yeah, it is hard to say where WarHard's going to go from here, but it's going to have fun doing it.
WarHard is doing incredibly well in this fight.
This is the best performance I've ever seen out of WarHard by a wide margin.
Wow, you can see Lynx's weapon spinning down. It is stuck up against the rail. 1:15 left. WarHard is going for Droopy.
Wow, that is really impressive. Oh, and Lynx is back in action. You can't keep it down. Oh, half of Droopy is done for. Droopy has become a mostly stationary arena hazard at this point.
.45 seconds left here in this fight. Half of Droopy is dead, and Lynx is severely impaired, and WarHard is pursuing. I think that this may be a win for Jonathan Juarez and WarHard as we take it to the final 20 seconds of this match.
I am in love with this fight. I realize that you believe there are too many robots in the arena right now, but WarHard never would have had this chance for glory had the loophole, not loophole.
True, that is true. Jonathan Juarez can fly back to Houston, very proud of his performance. Corey Nason, very proud of his performance. We've seen 2 losses in a row for Booty Brigade, and really running very deep into the night. Congratulations to Tommy and Calvin. I think that this is a loss, though, for them, taking home 4th place. And Jonathan Juarez and WarHard taking home 3rd. Incredible.
Oh, that is a sense of relief. That man needs a hug. I think a congratulatory hug. It's been a long road, long journey. We had I'm sure that defeat earlier was kind of crushing. He has so much to be proud of in this fight. That is some of the best 3-pound driving and action I have seen in the box at NHRL, period. I am really curious to know what started to flame out on Lynx.
Yeah, there was a little puff of smoke there. I wonder if that was maybe like an ESC or something. Now, we can see here, cage side, that the judges have asked for a functional test on both of these robots. Lynx demonstrating that it can spin up its robot. WarHard also demonstrating that its weapon is fully operational. See Tommy Wong just throwing up his hands. What can you do?
Yeah, I mean, that being said, that is a first-time entry.
Yeah, kind of.
I mean, that is a redesigned, at the very least.
I think the Droopy down in Southern California, they run a 3-pounder, don't they?
Do they?
Do they have a weight bonus down in Southern California?
See, I thought they did. They don't have the same weight bonus. It works a little differently out there.
Oh, so he's built multiple Droopies at 3 pounds, 4 pounds, and 5 pounds. Is that right?
That's my understanding. Yeah.
Okay. Here's the play, all right, for next year. We go, we do the UFO Joe rule. I don't know if you remember UFO Joe.
No, hit me.
He brought like a 5.8-pound robot, and he brought the smallest, thinnest mini-bot. It was like the size of a single, like,
like
playing
a matchbook,
card.
yeah.
Yeah. And ran a 6-pound robot. You know, I feel like people forget about UFO Joe. He's the first person to really exploit the loophole.
Yeah, the original exploiter. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a title I would want, but
yeah,
I'm sure he sleeps soundly at night.
Yeah, well, I mean, I haven't seen him since, so who knows?
He's on the lam.
Yeah, exactly.
He can't deal with the shame of exploiting that loophole. These people are just blatantly exploiting.
Yeah,
there's no shame here.
Proudly.
Yeah, proudly. It's a flag.
But again, everything's fine.
Yeah, everything's fine.
No, that's totally cool.
You can't see it at home. There's the little flames burning behind his eyes.
No.
I can see them from here. It's burning right through me, directly into the competitors behind me.
Yeah.
It's
you
like
know, 2 3
staring down Superman while his laser eyes malfunction.
Now, I can see standing cage side Kyle there with Jonathan Juarez.
Yeah.
A triumphant Jonathan Juarez. Is that where we're going to go next, production?
I sure hope so. I like Kyle. I like Juarez.
Yeah.
WarHard.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things I like in one place. I would love to be there. One day. Maybe not now. Maybe. Oh, you know, I think...
Oh, we're waiting for the judge's decision.
Which
so
makes
Kyle
sense.
knows what questions to ask.
Yeah, it would be very
Jonathan, were
embarrassing.
you happy with that loss or win?
And or win.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go to the screen on, unsurprisingly, Warhead. Across the board.
Yeah,
dominated that.
Kyle, ask your happy questions, Kyle, okay?
Please refer to sheet A for question set 1.
Fair enough. Ladies and gentlemen, standing here with me is Jonathan Juarez of WarHard. Jonathan, that was the most incredible driving match I have ever seen you do, and I have watched literally dozens of your fights. You just got 3rd place, beating 2 world champions. How did you accomplish that amazing feat?
Honestly, I have no idea. I didn't expect this to happen at all. That is crazy. That's 2 of the best robots like in the game. I didn't expect it to happen, so I just try my best. I just try my best, and like when you're like you're just in it, you're just doing it. You know, you don't even worry about who it is. You're just trying not to get hit, and you're trying to do all the hits.
You're just in the zone. Jonathan, you've now qualified for the November World Championships. You've already done that before you got to this matchup. You now have a chance to face these 2 guys again in the World Championships. How do you feel about that?
I hope I don't. I want to say I think I got lucky. I mean, I try my best. But I hope I don't got to do that again. Hopefully somebody else takes them out and I can get just a single robot and not double robots.
Well, nothing about that performance looked lucky to me. That was phenomenal. Your robot worked flawlessly. You drove like a demon. Congratulations, and go upstairs, pack yourself up. What a great way to end the day to you, sir. Thank you so much.
I appreciate you, man. Thanks, man.
All right, man. Have a good one. Thank you. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Kyle. Heartwarming. Heartwarming is the only word that comes
Jonathan.
to mind. Yeah, he's humble, but also just leaning into
proud
the
of
warmth
himself.
Yeah.
He should be. All right, now we're going to go into our 3-pound final. This is our last Beetleweight fight of the qualifying season, Ricky.
Wow.
This is Monkfish, Rachel de Guzman here with this teal walking undercutter, facing off against Corey Nason and Synthesis. Now, Corey had an incredibly explosive fight, taking out the Lynx and Droopy combo to advance to the finals. Monkfish itself having an incredibly good fight as well, defeating WarHard in its most recent match. These are two incredibly good robots. I don't think anyone can be upset with the outcome here because these Roboteers have earned it today.
They absolutely have. No one is going to accuse either of these robots of being anything less than a champion, regardless of the outcome of this match. And you know what I love is, and I, of course, no slight to Synthesis, Monkfish is a really interesting design that has made it to the finals here. There is no shortage of creativity and innovation that is making its way deep into the tournament this time around, and I love that. I absolutely love that.
All right, let's take a look at the tail of the tape here. Synthesis in pink is run by Corey Nason from North Providence, Rhode Island. He's a nurse who works at a hospital, which is very cool. He's both, actually interestingly, the de Guzmans and Corey, they are both on Team Shreddit, and they competed on BattleBots this year. Now, Synthesis is entering this fight with a 16-7 record with 13 knockouts and fighting at 6 NHRL events. Monkfish making its NHRL debut. This is their first, maybe second time fighting here. And the de Guzmans from Ann Arbor, Michigan, and really just doing fantastic with this design.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Fight, robots, fight.
Away we go. Whoa, that is a huge hit right off the bat.
Now the geometry here favors Synthesis. It's able to get under Monkfish and punch that robot into the lights. We saw one of those happen.
Yeah, at the same time, Monkfish has shown surprising resiliency to vertical spinners like oh my, Luke! Synthesis is not moving. This could be the end.
Wow, Synthesis dying here.
The controller is down. This is it.
Corey
Ladies and
Nason.
gentlemen, it is only a matter of a countdown. Your winner by knockout is Monkfish. The crowd is going wild.
Rachel de Guzman victorious. This month's Golden Dumpster winner in the Beatles, Rachel de Guzman. Incredible.
There is shock on these faces. There is joy and emotion. I think there may be tears rolling down cheeks in a moment, Luke.
Yeah, they might be my own, Ricky.
Yeah.
Now, Monkfish is a very cool design, and it is cool to see something unconventional go so deep in the competition. This is the home for the most creative builders and the most creative bots, and it's cool to see a Walker undercutter do so well in this competition. Synthesis is a very big robot to kill.
Yeah. I mean, that is a... man, I cannot think of the word, but if you want to make your time here count, you are probably going to have to go through Synthesis at some point.
Yeah.
And talk about going through Synthesis with a level of decisiveness. That is incredible.
Now, it's a short replay, but let's watch it anyway.
Yeah, we can do a instant replay in almost full speed here.
Yeah.
We did have a couple of big hits from Synthesis. When that robot hits, it hits hard. But boy, the couple of big hits that we had from Monkfish on Synthesis, so decisive. Yeah, that is the one. You can see that pierced the kind of lower body of Synthesis. Must have gotten into the wiring or the electronics or something because it was just dead in the water after that exchange.
Wow, the de Guzman celebrating here. Incredible. A nice little celebratory kiss. You gotta love that. And now standing cage side, I can see Kyle there with a golden dumpster in his hands. And the de Guzmans are waiting. Kyle?
All right, guys, I am so proud to be standing next to Rachel with Monkfish. Rachel and Remy, this is your 3-pound golden dumpster. Congratulations. Hold that up high, please. Round of applause. Monkfish. Rachel, congratulations. Not only do you qualify for the finals, you get $1,000. You get a golden dumpster. You get your very own 3-pound bracket, little bracket for you, and you're moving on to the finals. How are you feeling right now?
I can't believe it. This robot I designed in like May, and this is only the 3rd competition I've been to, and I won with my husband, and he's been clutch coming in as the mini-bot driver, and I'm just super excited.
Victim in our own
yes. We did have to fight each other, and I did nuke you a little bit. Sorry about that, honey.
Whatever, you earned it.
You did a phenomenal job today. The robot performed beautifully. Your driving was phenomenal, and your robot has so much personality. I'm so glad you made it to the final. It's just such a heartwarming story. Thank you so much. Hold that golden dumpster up one more time.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now we both have to go to the finals.
Yes.
Yeah, now they both qualified for the finals. All right, guys, congratulations. Let's get one more shot. Hold that dumpster high. Guys, round of applause. Monkfish.
Bravo.
Wow, the audience is celebrating here. Now the de Guzmans taking home this this very big trophy in combat robotics. It is difficult to win the 3-pound final here at any qualifier.
Yes.
And that is a trophy that they are going to just love for, the rest of their career here in this sport. Rachel de Guzman has a very, very cool story here. They are fighting a lot with the Midwestern Combat Robot Association, MRCA, and Rachel is, really a key figure in that.
Absolutely.
So that is very cool.
Yeah, it's it's really nice to see members of the community that put in the work who also are able to celebrate, the success of a well-earned victory like this.
Now, we're going to go up to the pits and check in with our friend, Lindsay. Hello, Lindsay.
Hello, Luke. Hello, Ricky. How are you two?
Fine.
We chilling.
I'm getting nervous, Lindsay.
Oh, I don't know why.
I don't know. You seem conspiratorial. This is your conspiratorial voice, Lindsay.
Me?
And facial expressions.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I'm just here to share a very innocent super chat.
Okay.
It's not for me. It's just what the fans are wanting to say. So I'm the messenger. This is from someone in the stands. I think it's Chad New.
Chad? Chad, I'm not driving you to LaGuardia anymore, okay? This is bad.
He said, you know what time it is? Thumb War time.
Oh, my God.
And not only did he say that, but to me, he said that he is going to come down and pay you a visit at the desk and ensure that it happens.
Sounds ominous.
No, that is incredibly ominous.
Is he going to force me to Thumb War?
And here I was hoping that this was going to be, what time it is? It's a weird time of the night.
It's 10:30 p.m.
This is as weird as it gets anymore.
No, weird time of the night's after midnight.
Yeah,
we have fans in the UK. We have fans in the UK. It's like 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
They've been with us all day. Matt Hedger's been with us all day.
Put a fresh, cup of tea on. Try and stay awake for another 35 minutes.
I'm not convinced British people sleep whatsoever.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I think they drink tea to rest. And they, do British things.
Chad, you're going to have to get an Uber, all right, to LaGuardia. There we go. All right, I was going to drive him to the airport tonight, but no.
No.
It's awful.
Yeah.
Start walking, Chad.
These hands.
Ricky, don't set this up, Ricky. Here's the problem, Ricky. What's your instrument of choice? Are you like a bass player or something? Are you a
guitarist?
You're a guitarist. Yeah. So your fingers are very strong, and you know what?
Hold on.
I don't have strong fingers.
Just a moment though. Look at this. Look at this camera crew. We are going bit by bit here. Look at these people. This is
Wow.
13 straight hours. We're not in the early days of NHRL where you and I are here losing our voices working
No.
nonstop.
No.
But these wonderful people are working nonstop.
Let's give a round of applause to our mobile camera operators. They are pushing a huge amount of weight today and at every single competition.
The world
Great
is trying
work.
to crush them one video segment at a time, and they are just persevering.
These are heavy cameras. These are massive battery packs on them, and
They're made
you know,
of tungsten.
and they are running constantly from cage to cage.
They
It
have
is
hot
something
exhaust
else.
blowing out of the sides of these cameras directly onto these people's faces.
They're standing cage side, you know, amid flames and fire and, lipo
explosions.
smoke, and it's amazing.
They have and the refs are pitching in. This is a tired group. Look at these poor souls. They keep coming
Amazing.
back. That's really the amazing thing. It's one thing to show up, work hard for days, like, oh, I promise, sure. Look at these folks,
Here
too.
we go. There's the production room. The beating heart of the building here. They're the ones, you know, keeping us on track and making us look good. That's
nerve
fantastic.
center.
Yeah. And look at this, the empty pits.
Yeah, all the people in the
There's
pits have
almost
pretty
no
much
one left up there, Ricky.
No, they get to go home, unlike all of us.
The crowd, let's go crowd. 10:30 at night. There's just a couple of fights left in the qualifying season. And they want to see 2 more golden dumpsters here. Earned and won. So, yeah, fantastic.
Speaking of golden dumpsters and our little bit of trivia earlier, I did want to clarify, we did have Jameson go not only get to the finals twice in one event, but win both of those finals in that event. 2 golden dumpsters in the same day. And, you know, that's a lot, right? That's impressive, except it was immediately bookended by another event where he got another golden dumpster in a different weight class. Yeah, that's 3 golden dumpsters in 2 events. So while it is nearly unheard of, it is not literally unheard of.
Okay, so Kevin's the second.
Yeah, I mean, at least, but probably just the second.
Yeah, although I will say, technically, this is a 12 and a 30. Those are 2 larger robots, you know?
Yeah, I mean, that is a little different than going, you know, in a 3 and a 12.
Sure.
But we do like to specify here, there's a little bit of a habit of saying, okay, the bigger weight classes are more impressive, more important.
They're harder. They're harder to move around and to carry up and down the staircase.
But all of these robot weight classes should be handled with the utmost respect. I mean, it is.
So Kevin Milcheski, what I hear you saying is he is getting close to GOAT status, okay?
Yeah,
Jameson Go, absolutely our GOAT here at NHRL, you know?
Speaking of goats, no, I got no.
Okay. Are we going to go to our petting zoo out in the parking lot,
yes,
Ricky?
let's see how our camera operators are doing. Where can you take us to? We're going to Lindsay.
Hello.
The goat of pit reporting.
Yeah,
wow.
Of
all
Super
right.
Chats.
Of Super Chats.
I'm really the only one that does it, so it's I don't have a lot of competition, but I will gladly accept. Yeah, wait, Ricky, which goat do you mean? Like greatest of all time or like a petting zoo
No.
goat?
The goats that are outside are the greatest of all time at that petting zoo.
Right.
Yeah.
The fact that they're goats is complete happenstance.
Yeah.
They just happen to be
They're
the
actually all
greatest of-
NBA champions as well, in the GOAT League.
Yeah, well,
I don't know if
It's hard to dribble a ball, with those little cloven
I
hooves.
find that even more impressive myself. They're not allowed to lose their waddles. They can't.
No.
Those can't touch the ball at all.
Yeah. It looks like chaos out there, honestly. You got to wonder
They
who's
keep trying to
bankrolling these odd
eat
sports
their
leagues.
jerseys.
Right.
They're very hungry at all times.
Well,
Lindsay,
let's look
save
at the
us.
greatest of all time of Super Chats. Lindsay, do you have any Super Chats
Also
for
the
us?
worst of all time.
I mean, I have just been sitting here eating paper all night, so maybe it's more fitting than I thought. I have 2 Super Chats that have nothing to do with goats.
That's unfortunate.
And we're just going to have to deal with it. The first one here is from my girlfriend doesn't like robots host Matthew Hedger. UK gang checking in. It's just gone 3 a.m. here. It's now closer to 4 a.m. because he sent that a while ago.
Wow.
There are so many people in the chat right now who have been with us since 9 a.m., whatever it is their time in their country. We have people from Australia, people from the UK. I think there was someone from Germany, people from all over the U.S. who have been here all day, and it blows my mind.
Yeah, Matt, I can hear the people are going nuts in the audience. Let's check in with the audience here.
They are going full Brazil right now. It is stunning.
Now they are hyping up this last fight in the 12s and this last fight in the 30s. Their friends are alive here in the bracket, and they are one fight away from crowning Golden Dumpster winners in 12s and the 30s. Now Brazil would love to take home 2 Golden Dumpsters, but standing in their way is Kevin Milcheski from Seattle.
Oh, the wave has begun. It is,
Wow. Executing a successful wave. That's pretty good.
We need some like house theme music, the way that you'd have at a football game.
Yeah, exactly.
Some kind of pounding bass line.
We need to have like maybe a Vuvuzuela or something like that.
You know, those are still banned at BattleBots.
They're not banned here, Ricky.
No, but they could be.
You know what?
We could get on that.
You know, we could just kind of pool our money together, start handing out Vuvuzuelas to the kids.
They're about $1.97 each when you buy them.
Of course, I know that you know that.
I bought a lot of them.
Did you
I
really?
Did. No, we handed them out.
What?
Yeah, we handed them out.
You were the one who got them banned at BattleBots?
I was the one that got them banned at BattleBots.
Wow.
I was also the one. We don't get a lot of hate mail, thankfully, on the team. I got so many angry parents. Before we had a website, before you could reach out, they found my contact information and sent me angry messages because their children were blowing vuvuzelas in the car all the way home. Man.
All right.
Wow.
Now,
so we have...
here in the 30s, it's going to be Red Storm facing off against Sombra 30. Now, third and fourth place in the 30s, we have already decided that match. Jubileu forfeited. Touro Feather will take home third place. Jubileu is taking home fourth place. Let's see who takes home first and second. This is our last 30-pound fight of the qualifying season here, 2023 NHRL. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape. Red Storm is run by Kevin Milcheski from Seattle, entering this match with a record of 6-4 with 2 KOs, and facing off against Cowan Nodari from Brazil here with a record of 6-2 with Sombra 30 and 5 knockouts. Now there's a huge amount that's on the line here. Both of these builders would love to take home a Golden Dumpster and $1,000 cash. Second place, the runner-up will be taking home $400 in cash.
That is still a nice door prize for the runner-up, but let's be honest here, everyone is gunning for the gold at this point in the night. Luke, I'm going to make a little bit of a prediction here. Sombra is absolutely a heavy hitter, right?
It's terrifying.
At the same time, Red Storm, which we have in the picture right there, we're going, and then of course Sombra. By comparison, Red Storm is going to do really well until it doesn't.
Oh, okay. Hey, I'll take the other side of that bet, Ricky. Listen, he's killed 2 Brazilians in a row. Let's make it 3. What do you say?
I'll take that bet. Sure. I think that he's going to do incredibly well for the beginning of this match.
5,
do incredibly well with those forks.
3,
and one bad hit is going to rip those forks
1.
clean off.
Fight.
That doesn't mean he's out of the game. But,
wow, look at that. A big exchange just to open this up. And that arm is in an interesting angle here, Ricky.
I am very surprised to see him taking that tack, but it's working out for him so far.
Kevin Milcheski pushing Sombra 30 up onto the rail.
What a pin!
And that egg beater is going full bore here. Yeah. Red Storm is not making contact. That is a full 10-second pin.
Oh, and he is stuck now. I think we are
Sombra
gonna...
30 asking for the unstick.
Hit the switch! Hit
Kevin
the switch!
Milcheski going for the
Hit
switch.
the switch! Yes!
Flo, protect yourself!
Oh my gosh, it's so close!
Wow!
It's so close!
Kevin can do it.
He's
I know
trying
he
to
can.
lift that robot into the air. That's not the same as turning it off, but it's still pretty cool.
Wow, 2 minutes left here in this fight.
Oh my
And
goodness,
Sombra
that
30
is
is
so much
smoking.
fire. It is desperately trying. Look, this is the best moment I've ever seen for flipping a switch. Flip that switch, Kevin. Flip it.
Oh my God, he's so
Flip
close,
it.
Ricky.
It's so, I can taste it in my mouth. It's there. It's ready. Just
Oh
flip.
my
In the end,
God.
it's over. He's been robbed. of
It's
the
a
chance, but
knockout.
he still wins
Kevin
$1,000.
Milcheski
He
is your
still wins
winner.
at home. That is a huge, huge win for Kevin. Your golden dumpster winner for this event. There is so much smoke in that arena. This is some of the most impressive day I've ever. This is the most impressive day I have seen for a competitor here at NHRL.
Kevin Milcheski here, the captain of Claw Viper on BattleBots, victorious, winning his first golden dumpster here ever at NHRL, and he is still in the running for a second golden dumpster.
Wow.
Let's check in here with Kyle, who's standing cage side with Kevin.
This is amazing. This is amazing.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am standing here with Kevin Milcheski. Kevin, you have won a golden dumpster. Congratulations. Hold this golden dumpster. You can hold that up high. You're going home with $2,000 and a golden dumpster. Congratulations.
I never imagined I was going to win this today. I was coming here to have fun. NHRL is the best place I've been for robots. Holy crap, this is amazing. Look at all the robots.
Kevin, hold that dumpster up high. Everybody, round of applause for Kevin.
Amazing.
Back to you at the desk. Thank you guys so much. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Fantastic.
Kevin Milcheski winning his first of potentially 2 golden dumpsters here today.
I'm
Let's take a
stunned.
look here at this replay.
The replay is just Kevin yelling over and over again.
I'll take it.
Yeah, it was exciting on its own.
Now there is still a ton of smoke here in this box. Kevin Milcheski coming in here with his control bot and slaying a formidable opponent in Sombra 30. That is an incredibly tough egg beater spinner. Kevin tipping Sombra up against the rail, and Sombra just desperately spinning up his weapon, trying to get off of that rail, and then spending probably another minute trying to turn off the house spot, Ricky.
That was such a bold strategy to go in there with the with his forklets up right in potentially in harm's way. Worked out beautifully. That is a sturdy robot. Sometimes things fly apart, but it is. Oh, Sombra's still
You
smoking.
can see a little bit of smoke. Now this is a live shot of Sombra. Sombra has smoked out quite a bit. And you can still see just little trails, little wisps of smoke coming out of the top of Sombra. I think that when they spun up their weapon, they ended up killing something important inside of the robot. That is a true knockout. Wow. Here we go. There's the fire extinguisher. Oh, the crowd is going nuts. Chants of USA, USA. That is thrilling. Now, Kevin Milcheski is in the finals again for the 12s. So he's going to go upstairs, got to reset himself. We have just a couple of matches left in the evening. Got Red Sawyer here just amping up the crowd, Ricky.
Yeah, he is a magician when it comes to crowd energy. Myself, I've been on such a roller coaster day. I'm just the wave of cool, calm, and collected. The zen of watching robots destroy each other has hit me. I'm sitting here just eager for our next couple of fights.
Now this is for 3rd and 4th place in the 12s. HoneyShock here is run by a team captain named Stack. That's pretty cool. Record of 7-7 with 4 knockouts. Facing off against Touro Jr.
Touro Jr.
Now there's no cash here on the line. It is just pride, I think. And they just want to get one more fight in before the end of the qualifying season. Now, these are both robots that have qualified for the November championship. We're going to be seeing them in about 6 weeks here at the finals.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Fight, robots, fight.
And away
Good, fast start from HoneyShock, taking it over to Touro Jr. And they've locked horns here.
Yeah, they are intertwined, linked together, tangled up with one another. There's a certain inner peace to that.
Now, HoneyShock really is pursuing here and popping Touro Jr. in the air.
HoneyShock, calm, cool, collected. Touro just working its best to try and find its center.
Wow, HoneyShock tipping Touro Jr. up against the rail. That's a good 10-second pin.
Luke, I can't stay calm. This is fantastic. I am so excited to see Honeycrack getting this far in. Yeah, I know it's not for the Golden Dumpster right now, but still, this is some of the best event performance we have seen from Team Honeycrack. They are doing fantastically well. A 3rd place win here, especially against the Brazilians, would be incredible. I'm very enthusiastic.
HoneyShock is doing great, really staying on top of its opponents, really pursuing here. Now, as these two formidable opponents are circling, they're testing their weapons. It looks like both of the weapons are still going. That's a good pop from Touro Jr.
I think both of these robots are being a bit conservative. And it seems to be working out for them. Neither of them is having major drive issues. Both of their weapons are still going. While still having good exchanges and tactical driving and, you know, keeping themselves in the fray. Touro really starting to pick up some more aggression. Of course, with HoneyShock upside down, it's a little difficult for them to be aggressive.
60 seconds left here in this fight.
And then HoneyShock back on the offensive. Absolutely anyone's game at this point. I think I would still give a slight edge to HoneyShock at this point, but that is well within judges' discretion.
Well, HoneyShock spent a lot of time on its head, Ricky.
It did, but it controlled so well when it wasn't.
30 seconds left here in this fight. One of the big things that I haven't seen is damage in this match. Both of these weapons are going. Both of these drive systems are going. Really going to come down to aggression and control, I think.
I think you are correct.
Another good hit here. It's going to be a close judge's decision, but you think maybe an edge to HoneyShock? I'm going to say perhaps an edge to Touro Jr.
Yeah, as time went on, I'm less inclined to say HoneyShock. Oh, but what a nice way to end.
Great way to take it to the judges.
This really could go either way. I think now I'm slightly on your side for a Touro win, but again, it is impossible to say with certainty.
All right, now this is the 3rd and 4th place fight for the 12s. The judges are going to be deciding who is the winner here. After this match, we have just one fight left in the 12s, and I can see that they have already loaded in that final fight of the 2023 qualifying season into Cage 4. You can see the entire audience. They are migrating over to Cage 4. They want to see the last fight of the evening, the last fight of the Final Botdown. But first, let's take a look at a replay.
You can see the early part of this match was, you know, a little more HoneyShocked dominant. But as it went on, after these first couple of pins, you know, certainly the Brazilians worked their way back. HoneyShock spent a lot of time on his head and struggled to get back upright again. Of course, it never let off the steam, never let off its attempt to self-right. So I'm sticking by it. This is still, to me, anyone's match, Luke. And we'll have to see what the judges have to say. I don't think either team is overly confident at this point in time, and I think
it's a close match.
I also don't think either team, unfortunately, was as proud of that performance as I would be if they had gotten this far. I think both of them were really hoping for that decisive couple of hits, really hoping for that knockout win, especially at the end of the day. You know,
when you run a kinetic robot, you really want to knock out your opponents.
Right.
Kinetic robots, they're not super happy when they take it the full 3 minutes.
No, especially when it's from a lack of big hits rather than just a really durable opponent.
Right.
Yeah. So we'll see. I think we're going to see a lot of happiness and a lot of sadness very soon. But right now, it's just this kind of general unease and uncertainty. So.
And we just heard.
And there you go.
Unanimous judges' decision for the Brazilians, taking home 3rd place. And I can see that Kyle is standing cage-side with both teams here. Is that where we're going to go next?
The rare boo from the crowd.
Boo?
Yeah.
There's boos from the crowd. What?
I almost never hear that. Yeah, I mean, I'm hearing a little bit.
It was a close match, audience.
Yeah.
All right?
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love a good bee-themed team.
Yeah.
But that's definitely within the realm of reasonableness.
All right, we're going to check in here with Kyle. Hello, Kyle.
Hey, how are you guys doing? I am standing by with the winner of that match. Congratulations, 3rd place here at NHRL. So glad for you. You're coming back in November.
Yep.
How do you feel right now?
So we feel amazing. You know, we came all the way from Brazil. It's such a long trip, and we brought like a 2 robots. We got 3rd place for both of them, and last fight was pretty close, and they didn't sell a chip. So we feel pretty happy to be here and be part of this and winning the 3rd place.
Now, when we were waiting for that judge's decision, did you feel confident in your win, or were you just not sure?
I felt calm. I mean, could go either way, you know. It was pretty close, and it was just fun, and it doesn't matter, like, whenever it's that close, even if we are confident and the robot just working fine, and, you know, we were like, we could make it, but we could go either way. That's the main thing.
We can't wait to see you guys coming back in November. Are you changing anything about the robot, or is it going to be the same?
Yeah, we might change some stuff, like the weapon motor, try to do something more powerful, and let's see. We'll be here, and hopefully.
You heard it here first. The Brazilians are coming back scarier and stronger in November. You heard it here first. Thank you guys so much. We're going to go back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks so much, Kyle. And I'll say, I don't know for sure. It certainly sounded like a boo to me earlier, but I am noticing the chat online.
Boo earns. Boo earns.
Not just that. There's a lot of moos.
Oh, moo earns.
Yeah. So it could be anything. Apparently, that's a Brazilian thing to moo.
Moo.
Yeah. So. I don't know what it means. It seems positive, though. It doesn't seem negative.
Yeah, they're happy.
Yeah, so, you know.
Mooing is a happy
benefit of the doubt.
sound,
I've never
Ricky.
seen an unhappy animal make a mooing noise.
Okay. Yeah.
Other than, like, maybe no, I've never seen a person moo in anger.
Well, trying to think, you know, like, do you think... If you ever find yourself in a road rage incident...
If a cow kicks me one day, I'm going to angrily moo at it.
You know, people are coming out of the car to come and confront you. If you just start violently mooing at them, they're going to peacefully
I'll eat my
de-escalate.
words, but that day is not today. Let's see what we got here. We're going to look at the 12-pound bracket. We are just about done.
One more fight left. It's going to be Xupa-Cabra facing off against Kevin Milcheski and Timber Viper. Now, Timber Viper went through quite a few Brazilians to get here, right? Timber Viper killed Touro Jr. And, you know, like, we're going to have to see if Kevin can do it one more time. Xupa-Cabra, you know, it's our little miniature black dragon, Ricky.
Yeah, they have been an incredible competitor all day. And, you know, this is, while it's, you know, not often seen this side of the border, it is still not a new robot in general, right? This is, and not a bunch of new builders. So Yeah, it's amazing, but not exactly surprising to see it get this deep into the game.
Oh, I see. Okay, I think Kimberly's cracked it.
Yeah.
Touro is obviously a bull, right?
Sure, sure.
And, they were mooing because that's the sound that bulls make.
All right, I'll buy it. I'll buy it. That's certainly the reason the internet is mooing.
Okay,
yeah.
there you go.
And that's a plausible deniability.
Yeah.
So,
Now, Ricky, here's the problem. Oh, no, we're not killing time. We are going straight into Cage 1. This is our final fight of the night.
We've got no time left to kill.
Kevin Milcheski here.
On the precipice of greatness.
With Timber Viper here, and facing off against Xupa-Cabra. We are 5 minutes left, from crowning yet another Golden Dumpster winner. The pits have cleared out. I can see an awful lot of builders here in the audience. They want to see who's going to be taking home the Golden Dumpster. Let's take a look here at the tail of the tape. Xupa-Cabra, run by Enrique Oliveira from Brazil. This is a 4-1 record bot. And just really running through the competition. It looks like a perfect scale model of Black Dragon on BattleBots. Facing off against Kevin Milcheski from Seattle with a 10-3 record. Amazing performance here today.
Yeah.
And just like picking up tons of judges' decisions, tons of knockouts. Pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, that is a robot that I've been stunned with the number of knockouts it has been able to achieve. It is a judge's decision machine.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the best it can do is flip, spin, pin. A knockout in any case is a really impressive feat when you have robots that are this tough, that are this experienced, this powerful coming to the cage.
One of the big storylines from BattleBot Season 7 was Kevin Milcheski's drive quality with Claw Viper. And we are seeing that on display here at NHRL. He is a fantastic driver. He loves a control bot. Now, Ricky, piloting a control bot is playing this game on hard mode.
It is.
Because you have to figure out a way to cleverly kill your opponent. And that is not easy to do, especially when you're facing something as destructive as Xupa-Cabra.
Yeah, it's, I don't have a great metaphor here, but it is, as you said, playing on hard mode, and it's turning something that is an engineering game into an engineering and skill game beyond a doubt. You can show up with an incredibly powerful ring spinner or something along that and barely have to drive. In fact, we have people here who say, I don't want to have to worry about driving. I'm going to build something that that does not require driving skill. You are actively deciding not only to play a game that is extra hard in terms of your ability to stand up and survive, but your ability to show off and do what you need to do is also hard. So it's a harder goal, it's a harder path to get there, and it's why it's so rewarding and entertaining, and frankly just deeply satisfying to me when I see someone succeed the way that Kevin has today.
Now, Kevin has one Golden Dumpster in his pocket. Let's see if he can take home a second Golden Dumpster. Slaying yet another Brazilian team here today.
It is within reach, so close you can almost taste it.
You heard that in Enrique's earlier interview. He was saying, in Brazil, we have a lot of verts and we have a lot of horizontals. And here we have really diverse bot types. And I'm sure that facing off against a tanky little control bot is a new challenge for the Brazilians.
5, 4,
a little
3,
drop the beat there
2,
at the beginning of that one.
1.
Fight, robots, fight.
And away we go.
Fast start here from Xupa-Cabra. Oh, getting under Timber Viper, popping it in the air. Now that big symmetrical sound, that bandsaw sound is from Xupa-Cabra. But Xupa-Cabra finds itself on its head. Timber Viper pushing it up against the rail. Wow, Xupa-Cabra trying to gyro itself back onto its feet, and it has.
It has, but that is a lot of time spent out of control. So far, this is going pretty well for Kevin. Oh, and a little bit of a flip, nuzzly kind of, oh man.
Semi-lift there. Yeah.
This absolutely counts dramatic. Oh, and a wheel is gone.
There is a wheel. I think that is a wheel from Timber Viper.
It is. But that is a four-wheel drive robot, and it is still very functional at this stage in the game.
I saw a belt go stripping away. I think that is a belt from Timber Viper.
Yeah, that is the belt that fed the missing wheel. Wow, this is quickly turning in Xupa-Cabra's favor.
The Brazilians could be 90 seconds away here from taking home a golden dumpster.
Still, this is anyone's game. But it is getting harder by the moment for Timber Viper. It is holding together, but it is it is a tough road to hoe.
Now, even with three wheels, Kevin Milcheski is incredibly mobile inside of the box, pursuing his opponent.
Yeah, absolutely. This the aggression and even the control at this point still feels within the hands of Timber Viper.
55 seconds left of our qualifying season here at NHRL. It has been an incredible season. Kevin Milcheski still very much alive here, but Xupa-Cabra has scored incredible damage in this fight.
Yeah, the damage, of course, almost entirely in the hands of Xupa-Cabra. Now, that is not all that matters, but is certainly a large part of it.
This has been an incredibly destructive match. Kevin Milcheski here is looking haggard as we tick down the final 20 seconds of this match.
Oh, are there no wheels left on the left side of that robot? No, they're there, but just barely. Oh, this is sad times for Timber Viper as we go to a judge's decision. It has gone the distance, but it has taken a beating to get there.
This is very clearly a win for the Brazilians and Xupa-Cabra.
Yeah, it's all over, but the sad songs. All
Kevin
over
Milcheski here very likely will be going home with one golden dumpster and $2,400 in cash. That is the most cash that anyone has ever won at a qualifying event. And that is not bad. Turning off the house spot,
really
winning a golden dumpster, and taking home second place. Incredible.
Yeah, it's almost more satisfying to get first and second.
Oh, yeah.
You know, if you could get first, second, and third and take home the full suite.
Yeah. That's the next thing to do here, Ricky.
Yeah, just purposely throw your second and third golden dumpsters.
Yeah, there you go.
What? Nah.
Now, the Black Dragon team here from BattleBots is looking very, very pleased with its performance. And just so much support from their friends from Brazil, taking home a golden dumpster, bringing it back to Brazil. Now, we're still waiting officially on the judge's decision, but if it's anything other than a win for Brazil, we're going to burn down the building.
Yes, yeah.
Let's take a look here at this replay. You can see Kevin Milcheski amped to get into this fight.
Yeah, he was thrilled regardless of the outcome here.
It was slow disassembly with basically every single hit. There was another part that would come off of Timber Viper.
As we wind down and wait for the official word in the 12-pound class. I don't think there is any mystery here, but what a fight. It's one thing to say that it's sad to see, Timber Viper torn apart like that, but I really love to see a robot like that that's being torn apart continue to fight and continue to bring it and continue to engage. There's something so wonderful about a scrappy robot that just keeps coming even as it's falling apart. What a wonderful way to end the night.
All right, now the judge's decision is in. Let's see it.
Drum roll, please. As expected, across the board, Xupa-Cabra winning the 12-pound class. Your winner, your golden dumpster recipient of $1,000.
Yeah.
Xupa-Cabra.
taking home one of the toughest trophies in combat robotics, a golden dumpster. Now I can see here Kyle standing cage side with the Brazilians. Hello, Kyle.
Hello, I'm standing here with Enrique Oliveira and Team Warrior and Mono Duck. Congratulations. How are you feeling right now? $1,000, a golden dumpster.
Oh my God, this pay, my passage over here, pay my tickets. So I'm so happy because of this.
You told us to wait and see, and we waited, and we have seen. Hold that dumpster above your head, hold it high. Let's go!
Ole, ole.
Congratulations, sir. Is there anybody you want to thank back home?
Yes, I want to thank everyone that is watching, everyone in Brazil, everyone that support us. Thank you, Worth Electronics. Thank you, all our support. Thank you, everyone. You guys are amazing. We can do this because of you, so thank you, thank you.
Thank you. All right, Xupa-Cabra, Team Warrior, thank you so much, and thank you, everybody back at the desk. We'll go to you.
The internet is absolutely exploding with goat and Dracula emojis. It's fantastic. I am so thrilled to see that.
Ricky, this was our final fight of the qualifiers. Now, we will be back November 11th for the finals.
Yes.
Now, this is an invitational. We are going to be seeing the very best 3s, 12s, and 30s on the planet. Mark your calendars. Come and see it live if you can in Connecticut. Tune in live here on YouTube. On behalf of the entire staff, on behalf of the production crew and Austin McCord, my name is Luke Stengel. This is Ricky Willems. Thank you and good night.
Thank you all.